Tell me, Miss Harris, why do you want to practice law?
It really excites me.
It turns you on?
No, I mean, it's exciting.
Are you out to change the world?
No, Mr. Bedell, only what's wrong with it. I want to keep justice alive.
The world isn't just. Birds eat worms. That's not fair to the worms. Frogs eat flies. Not fair to the flies. Come on, Ms. Harris. Justice is a myth.
Come on, Mr. Bedell. We're not birds or worms. Or first-year law students either.
Tell me, Kevin, what's your definition of justice?
Well, first you have the law, which is based on the past. And then there's the truth, the here and now, which is part of the present. Justice exists when you bring the past to bear on the present, which affects the future.
Are you saying that the law isn't the truth?
I'm saying that on the scales, when you have the law on one side and truth on the other, when they're balanced, that's justice.
Counselor. Now, who will it be? Clarence Darrow. Emily Beatty.
Just Kevan Harris.
Oh, we're so proud of you. So proud. Proud.
I think I owe Kevin, you are so lucky. I mean, a big firm and everything.
Thanks, Gloria.
I mean, all those eligible guys, you won't have any problem at all finding a husband.
Tonic, please.
Come right up.
Football.
Football.
You bet. The law is like football. See? The courtroom, that's the field. Now, you're the quarterback because you're running the offense. The jury, they're the defense. Now, when you come to your summation, that puts you on the 1 yard line, 4th down and goal to go. And then when you win your case, touchdown. And that touchdown is a nice big check.
Excuse me, I have to go in and help Megan.
She just was so thrilled to see you.
Well, a little advice.
I'll be right back.
Kathy, here, would you take this to Ted, please? Thank you. no soda. That's it.
That's true. No, your mommy said you can't. Come here. Oh, look, getting heavy.
Well, what can I get you, counselor?
Oh, how about 2 weeks in Hawaii?
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
No, you better get used to it. You may even have to take up golf. Clients don't grow on trees,
They don't grow on tees either.
Oh, very
yucky,
good.
yucky.
Clients, huh? I better look my best here.
You always look good.
You're the natural beauty of the family.
Yeah, I really feel like it. It's true. Hey, you remember that time you made us up when Dad was in the hospital?
Yes, he said you looked like a brazen hussy.
Did he say that? No, I remember he didn't like it.
On you.
Oh, hi, Aunt Bertie.
Didn't notice it on me.
You were so rude to them.
Mom, I wasn't rude. I'm tired.
Tired? Where do you work for Frank Murchison? You're going to find out the meaning of the word tired.
Oh, not again.
And a lot of other words, too.
Mom, will you stop?
Girl! Oh, there are hundreds of firms in Los Angeles. You didn't have to pick Murchison Reed.
I'm happy I picked them. I'm happier that they picked me.
Well, I mean, it's still the best corporate law firm in town, even if Dad isn't there.
I'm going back there for you, Daddy. I'm gonna make you real proud of me. Someday our name's gonna be back on that door.
We're gonna take them to the wall on this.
Look, I don't have anything against big business. I just like to humanize them a little, that's all.
That's all. How do you humanize a conglomerate?
Conglomerates don't run themselves.
No, computers do.
No, people do. I want to counsel my clients in the truest sense of the word, not just to make money.
I second the motion.
Mr. Roberts.
Thank you, Claire.
Ms. Harris?
Yes.
You're in office 1015. That'll also be your extension.
Okay.
Kevin?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Louise Bertoli. I clerked for your father.
Oh!
Welcome to the firm. Come on, let me show you to your office.
Thank you. And how many lawyers are there in the firm?
35 men and 2 of us. Coffee machine, and we have a guy who makes it. Now, the soda and the juice is underneath in the refrigerator. Coffee machine's through there, and the word processing's next door.
Miss Harris.
Yes, Mr. Bedell. Yes, birds eat insects, right?
Worms. This is Eric Toll, West Haven.
Hi, Kevan Harris.
Kevin?
Kevin with an egg.
Oh, I take it you were supposed to be a boy.
Weren't we all?
I hope not. Here's where I get off.
Me too. See you later.
Way.
Okay.
I guess they haven't finished your nameplate yet. This side gets the good view. On a clear day, you can practically see Hawaii. The other side gets downtown, shrouded in smog.
Lucky me.
Oh, it's hardly luck, Miss Harris. Not when you know the boss.
Welcome to the nightmare.
Welcome back, Dad. Hello?
Kevin, this is Peggy, Mr. Murchison's secretary. He'd like to see you.
Now?
Now.
Kevin, hi. Nice to meet you.
Peggy.
That's right. I knew your father. Oh, good luck.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Murchison Reed.
Thank you.
Good. Well, we're awfully glad you're with us. Won't you sit down?
Yes.
How are you at mergers?
Not bad.
We're setting up a merger between Stavros Shipping, our client, and Pearson Shipping. Now, I'd like you to work on it with me.
Mr. Murchison, I want you to know something. I don't want any special favors just because I happen to be Garrett Harris's daughter.
Rule number 1. Never assume anything. You were born with that advantage. Use it. Use anything you can that comes your way. Opportunities don't often come around twice. That is, unless you would rather summarize minutes.
No, I'd rather be working on the merger.
Good. I'd like you to drop a first draft agreement. Peggy has the files in her desk.
Any deadline on this?
We'll have it here tomorrow morning. We're going down to San Pedro tomorrow afternoon to meet Stavros. You're driving.
My car's not running very well.
Then I'm driving.
Okay.
You know, I remember you in pigtails.
I never had pigtails.
No, figuratively speaking. Oh. What kind of lawyer do you want to become, Kevin?
The best there is.
Good. Because I'm going to do everything I can in my power, kid, to see that that happens. I'm going to groom you myself. Okay?
Oh, Kevin.
Yes.
The Stavros file.
Oh. Thank you. Some interesting angles on the Stavros merger.
Oh, yes, I think you did too. It was excellent work.
Well, it was mostly boilerplate.
No false modesty now. It's not boilerplate. When someone pays you a compliment, accept it.
Well, you're right, Mr. Murchison. It was pretty good work.
Frank.
Frank. Any other advice?
Well, if you have any questions today, or tomorrow, or any other time for that matter. If anything you don't understand, you ask me personally, right?
All right. I do have a question.
Shoot.
Why did you and my father split up?
Oh, just a difference in styles, I guess. You like Mozart?
Yeah.
Why don't you put that in?
Hey, Stavros.
Hey, Frankie.
Stavros, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good, good. Meet my new associate, Kevan Harris.
Harris?
Garrett's daughter.
I love you, father. I love you. I worked a lifetime for this. You build a company. So what am I? How do you say between a rock and a hard spot?
Hiya, boss.
Calimera. Now, I'm 16 some odd years. No chance to take over the business. Seems like a big company, but too small to fight Ackerman. I'll never sell.
Established. That's why we want the merger, so that you and Pearson together will be strong enough to compete with Ackerman or anybody else.
I don't know, Frankie. I'm not ready for, how do you say, the pasture? Frankie, I'm worried.
What about?
I'm afraid Pearson bullying his way in here, and like a big sod, he says, "Hey, you, hit the road, Jack."
No. He can't do that to you. Not with our contract.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Tony or Dimitri, all of my people.
Stavros, you're still going to be boss here. You're going to run your company the same as you always have. Pearson picks up the distribution, that's all. You'll still have autonomy. But the pressure, all this pressure is going to be off you. It's the best of both worlds, believe me.
I don't need another world. This one is plenty.
And we want to keep you in it. And so you see, Pearson will pay $13 a share.
Well, I suppose it sounds good on paper.
On paper, Stavros, listen, the company's only worth $10 a share.
All right. Let me think about it.
No. You don't have that luxury. Listen, Pearson is hot for you right now. You start thinking about it, maybe Pearson will start thinking about it. You know what happens when people think. They lose their passion. Come on.
I think Mr. Murchison is right for several reasons, but I will give you one. As I'm sure you're aware, several European countries are developing a revolutionary new means of air freight.
Skybus.
100 times faster than conventional shipping.
And 10 times as expensive and years away.
Well, I'm afraid not. The common market's Airbus will be flying within 2 years, and the cost of air freight is only twice as much as that of conventional shipping. And there's more. If the price of fuel continues to drop the next 2 years at the rate it's been dropping, well, Stavros, I'm afraid you would be facing some superior competition. I strongly recommend you take Mr. Murchison's advice and merge.
And taxi. With the merger.
And taxi.
Good night, Spiros.
It was very good meeting you.
Good night, Stavros.
Here we go.
Stavros. Thanks for the advice, Frankie.
We'll be in touch.
Bye.
Thank you. What happened? Are you all right?
Oh, stepped in an ocean down there.
Oh, my God. Here.
I don't want to get your car all wet.
No. That's all right. You okay?
Fine, thanks. Where are we?
My place. Come on in, have a drink. You deserve it. You were fabulous today.
I don't think I should.
I think you should. Come on.
Oh, Frank. Well, as I was saying, I think to be a successful lawyer, your primary motivation, well, your only motivation must be the law. Wow. God. What do you think?
I think that thinking too much can sometimes get in the way. That it's necessary to feel things, too.
Well, I don't believe that thinking about a client is a liability. I think you should really learn as much as you can about him. I think you should really get involved.
Yeah, but you have to watch it. You don't want to get so involved you lose your objectivity.
Oh, well, of course, but I also think it can be an aid in learning to anticipate the needs of the client. You know, his history, his likes, his dislikes.
Forget about likes and dislikes. They are of no consequence. Do what must be done. This is not happiness. It is greatness.
Your philosophy?
Mine and George Bernard Shaw's.
Frank, it's beautiful.
Lovely, huh?
You're my boss.
You're damn right I am.
Alfred!
Good morning, Alfred. I'll take that up. Here, take these clothes. Give the ladies a quick press. Thank you. Aha!
Good morning.
Yes.
Ooh.
Strong coffee and a hot croissant for my lady.
Yes.
Ah. Oh, you are beautiful.
Really?
Yes.
Frank, could I have something to wear?
Oh, all right. I think we got something in here. No. No. Ah. Aha. Pink kimono for my lady.
Woo!
Nice,
Oh. Frank, I'm a lousy liar.
What do you have to lie for?
Us, what we did.
Oh, well, I don't think there's a problem there, is there? Unless we make one.
So, do I just tell the truth?
Well, now, the truth is relative. What you do is do it without lying. Ah, that's the game.
You think life is just a game?
Of course. What else can it be?
Well, I'm no good at games, Frank.
Yeah, well, you may be in the wrong business then, lady. Hello? Yes? Yes, of course I remember. You're Barbara's neighbor. Oh, when? Has anyone contacted my son? All right, yes, thank you. Yes, so do I. Yes, goodbye. Barbara.
Your wife?
My ex. She died this morning. We'll have to make some funeral arrangements. Can you take a taxi?
Sure.
Poor Barbara. The best thing she ever did was to leave Frank.
Anyway, I thought you ought to know.
Yes. Oh, I'm so glad you came down. I didn't think I'd ever see you again.
I've been getting my bearings. Why don't you come down and see my office? We can have lunch.
I don't know. I simply don't want to run into him. Sometimes I think you went with that firm just to get back at me.
Ma, you gotta stop it with Frank.
Oh, Frank now. Oh. Well, all I can say is I don't see any of his redeeming qualities. He used to say, I was your father's weakness. And in his life, there is no weakness at all.
Maybe he just feels guilty.
About what?
I don't know, outliving Daddy? Becoming so successful?
My dear, you don't know very much about your boss. He never feels guilt. In his mind, there is nothing that he ever does wrong. Does he still like young girls? Well, never mind. You're too old for him. And too smart, I hope. He couldn't touch your father. He wasn't even in the same class. Oh, I don't like to drink anymore. It makes me all teary.
Mom, it's been 10 years.
I know. And I still miss you.
Morning, hon.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's busy.
Yeah, I heard you're working on the merger.
Yeah, I got a new client in San Francisco.
Good for you. So when are we going to have some time to play some tennis?
Yeah. You hear anything from Mr. Murchison?
Yes, he's back.
He's back so soon?
Yeah, I guess the fishing wasn't too great.
Fishing?
Yeah, he went to Mexico.
He didn't go to the funeral?
Listen, it's nothing personal. Mr. Murchison does not go to funerals. It's rule number 10. See, death is just not a part of his life.
She was his wife. His ex-wife, anyway.
No. Separated. To be exact, apart for 10 years, but still just separated. Bye.
Welcome home.
Well, hiya, kid.
How was Mexico?
Magnifico. Caught a marlin. Relaxed.
You caught a marlin.
Yeah.
Well, that's sweet. I bet that took a lot of time catching that little fish.
What?
But, took so much time you didn't have any left to think about your poor associate back in Los Angeles, working her little fingers to the bone.
Oh, let me see that poor little finger. Let me make them all better.
Frank, somebody's gonna come in.
Someone is just a couple of lawyers working on their case. I did think about you, though.
Yes?
Yeah. Come on, I'll show you.
What?
Mm-hmm. Come on. You like?
It's beautiful.
Mm?
Yes. Frank, come on. What's this? Oh, it's Barbara's will.
Oh, yeah, apparently she had two wills. One we drew up together several years ago. I believe your father actually drew it up. And then one she drew up just recently. Well, I'm going to contest this will.
We are.
Yeah, because she gave her entire estate to the Coastal Conservation Society, a group of people in Northern California who are militantly pro-fish.
Pro-fish? Why would she do that?
But in a word, Gregory.
Your son.
My son, the whale watcher.
Mr. Murchison, your 3 o'clock appointment is here.
Thank you, Peggy. I guess I've got to go.
I guess so.
Yes, well, what about Friday week for the deposition? All right. For your key ready. No, I'll have somebody handle it from here. Yes, I'll have her call you. All right, thank you. Goodbye. Listen, it's only least. I don't want to spoil you.
Yes, but I want to spoil you.
I want you to do me a favor next week.
Peggy's gone, the door is locked, and I'm going to do you a favor right now. State your name.
You know my name, Kevin.
For the record.
Greg Murchison. Remember me now? We used to play together.
Your full name, please.
Gregory Scott Murchison.
And what is your occupation?
Marine biologist.
And what exactly does a marine biologist do? Simply, of course.
I'm a fisherman.
Would you be a little more specific?
You did say simply. Greg. Okay. I go out in my boat. I collect sea life. I bring the live specimens back to my lab, and I study the little devils. I try and find out how they make a living.
I beg your pardon?
Barnacles, for instance. They're very large muscle cells. Perhaps through them we can learn about our own muscles.
You've answered my question.
Maybe that a smile is easier than a frown.
When did your mother and father stop living together?
About 10 years ago. She moved up north.
And at this time, did you begin to notice any change in her behavior?
Your question's too broad. Break it down, Counselor.
Well, that's okay. This was a very difficult time for my mother. She was psychologically tormented by my father, so yes, I would say her behavior did change.
In that she became increasingly hostile.
That's purely conjecture, Counselor.
During this period, was your mother taking any medication?
Of course she was.
Can you be specific?
Well, for pain, there was Demerol. When it got worse, morphine. For depression, Elavil. For insomnia, because of the pain, Valium. And of course, there was the cobalt, compound chemical cocktails.
And did you administer any of these drugs?
When she needed me to.
Do you know why your mother wanted to change the will?
Why?
Yes.
Yes. It was outdated, and it simply was not what she wanted.
Don't you think it was because she wanted revenge against your father? So your mother wanted to give her entire estate to the Coastal Conservation Society, to which you are also a member.
That's right.
And that was her own rational decision.
That's right, Counselor.
A decision which you influenced.
Yes, I influenced her to do exactly what she wanted to do.
Then you did influence her. Thank you. That's all. Don't shoot. Look, I'm sorry. I had to be tough in there.
Yeah, I know. You're just doing your job. Or should I say my father's job?
Listen, I think if you two tried to work things out...
Kevin, your boss doesn't work things out. I got tired of beating my head against a stone wall. It's better to just let go of it and stop thinking about having a father.
Oh, that's a shame, Greg. You don't even know him.
Oh, I know him all right. Frank Murchison, attorney at law, absentee father, occasional husband, and full-time philanderer.
He isn't any of those things.
Oh, no? But he tries to get you in the sack.
The Pearson proposal is our #1 priority. Get the original to Frank and copies to me and Stavros immediately. No, messenger them down to him. Okay.
So I said to myself, we live in the same house, but if I'm ever going to see my little sister, I'm going to have to come to her.
I'm busy working on this merger. We're putting together 2 large shipping firms.
It's not easy getting around either. I feel like I weigh a ton.
And I've got a client up in San Francisco, so it's back and forth to the Bay Area.
I saw the baby on the sonogram.
Sorry to interrupt, but I thought you'd want to look at these before your meeting.
Yes, thank you.
I saw the head and the arms, even the foot.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell the sex, though.
And Mr. Miller's here.
Yeah, tell him I'll be there in a few minutes, okay? So, how do you feel?
Not so hot. Dizzy. Nauseated.
Yeah.
Mr. Hayden is wondering where the ruthless file is.
It's in Bedell's office, but tell him I need it back here by the end of the day.
Okay. You know, it's just like when I used to visit Daddy. It never stops around here.
Sorry. So what are you going to name the baby?
Well, if it's a boy, we're going to name him Garrett. If it's a girl...
Yes?
Mr. Murchison on line 2, Kevin?
Okay. Where are you?
At my office. Hello, Kevin.
Frank?
Not the father, it's the son.
Oh! Hi.
Hi. Look, Kevin, I was a jerk, and I just wanted to say I'm sorry.
Well, thanks, but don't worry about it, really. It was a tough situation for both of us.
Listen, I'd like to see you sometime.
Why?
Why? To talk about old times, get to know each other again.
Greg, we have no old times.
I object. That testimony is conjecture on your part and not relevant.
Overruled.
Exception. Let me rephrase the question.
Greg, listen, I gotta run, but thank you for the apology.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Who was that?
So, what are you gonna name it if she's a girl?
How about Lily?
Frank, the condition of his stocks. For God's sakes, his ships are antiquated.
Excuse me, but his ships are on the average 5 years newer than anything in your fleet.
Stavros is cost inefficient. He runs his company like a family store.
Well, that's not true.
He's behind the times.
He's more state-of-the-art than you. Last year, he spent over $250,000 on computerization. His cost per nautical mile is 15% less than yours.
But the way you've set it up, we're getting only partial control, and Stavros is getting all the money.
Listen, Pearson Shipping needs this merger.
Yes. Look at it as an insurance policy for both you and Stavros. Together, you can fend off the shipping magnates like Ackerman. They're not going to be able to come in and pick you up one at a time.
Now, come on, let's face it. Stavros is 64 years old. His heart isn't what it should be. His eyes are bad. He just needs a place to hang his hat for a while.
No, spare me, Counselor. Stavros is in better shape than any of us. If he wants to hang his hat in our closet, he better tip the hat check girl.
Oh, that's very good, Al. Well, if shipping ever fails you, you can always turn into a stand-up comic, can't you?
His assets just don't warrant $13 a share. We're willing to offer 12.
Oh, don't be absurd.
Absurd? You're raping my company. What are we supposed to do? Enjoy it?
Rape? Rape, Hal? Excuse me, gentlemen. I don't think you really want to talk about rape, do you, Hal? I mean, I might have to start talking about how you've mismanaged the company funds for the past 5 years, how your yacht is listed as a cargo vessel, how your house in Bridgeport is listed as a office, and all of those girls in Philadelphia. I don't know how they're listed, but to me it adds up misappropriation of funds.
This is beginning to sound less and less like a merger and more like extortion.
How about grand theft?
$13?
13. Oh. No. I'm sorry. It's,
Stavros is superstitious.
14.
14. 14, good. Miss Harris, my associate, will drop the papers. Waiter, bring me the check, please. We did it.
Yeah, but it was getting a little sticky in there, don't you think?
Yeah, well, that's the way it goes sometimes, kid.
Rape?
Yeah, that was his word.
Well, unfortunate choice.
Certainly was for him.
So Stavros is superstitious, huh? Ooh, what about the Pearson stockholders?
What about them? We represent Stavros. We got the best deal we could for our client.
Frank, did you have to get into all that personal stuff?
Well, it's the truth. Listen, I'm going to be flying down to Houston tonight.
Oh.
And I won't see you for a couple of days. So I thought maybe we could stop over the house.
Oh. Well, why don't you bring me something from the plane, huh? Some swizzle sticks, some slippers, some earphones for your little girl.
I might even call you.
Frank, is it the sex you like or is it me?
Both. I love the way you handle yourself there.
Yeah, but do you like me?
I like peanut butter sandwiches, coffee, ice cream, sunsets in Puerto Vallarta, Count Basie, Mozart, and you.
I hope you have the worst air turbulence in history.
No, Judy is Baker's secretary. She's sleeping with Eric Toll. I know, you're thinking of Fran, the tall redhead that's Stanley Marshall's secretary. Now, she is sleeping with Peyton.
Yeah. It's Peyton Place, all right. I can imagine what they're saying about me. Come on, what are they saying?
Well, they, whoever they are, say that you certainly spend a lot of time with the boss.
Oh, boy. And of course I do. We're working on several cases together.
Yeah, I know that.
A lot of work on the will. Boy, that man is obsessed with it.
Hey, $500,000 of his own money, I don't blame him. I was there when the first will was drawn, and Barb didn't like it even then. So, she got smart, strong, whatever.
Well, don't you think Greg had a little bit to do with changing the will?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he did. But there's nothing wrong with Greg. He's sharp, he's got integrity.
Not according to his father.
I don't think I believe everything Frank says. Not about this matter, anyway. Let's just say father and son have very different values. But in his own quiet way, Greg has a lot of strength, and that's why he's a threat to his father.
Huh?
Because he's his own person and Frank can't control him.
Huh. So Frank gets angry and contests the will.
My dear, that's putting it mildly. When Frank can't get his fingers on all the buttons, it puts him in the kill mode.
All right. Hey, look who's here.
Hi, Kevy.
Kevy?
Yeah, that's what your grandfather used to call her.
Wait a minute. Kathy?
Yes. And I want to tell you, I'm offended. You said we didn't have any old times.
I don't recall any.
You don't? Come on, what about when our families used to get together? Down at POP up in Big Bear, the Hearst Castle?
Yes, remember, Kevy?
Greg, what are you doing here?
I still feel bad about what happened at the deposition. I wanted to apologize in person. Kevin, I just want to see you, that's all. Look, let's spend a non-business day together. Strictly fun. Do you have a bicycle?
Yeah.
All right, tell me where it is. I'll throw it in the truck. You put on some jeans and we'll go.
Go ahead, Kevin. Have some fun.
For God's sake, I promise we won't mix probate with pleasure.
All right. All right. Let me change.
Okay. Oh, I had such a crush on you when we were kids.
Really? You never said anything.
Well, for one thing, you were too young. Jailbait, you know what I mean?
And another?
I guess I was just too damn shy. sing this with me, would you?
I can't sing.
Come on, you can sing. And I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get high with a little help from my friends. Yeah, I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Da-da, da-da, bum, 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 bum. Don't put your hand in there. This is the barnacle.
Oh, yes, I remember them. Muscle research, right? Easier to smile?
Oh, you were listening after all.
What is this?
This is a midshipman.
Look, he's glowing.
Yeah.
So are you?
I am?
Uh-huh.
Well, I love it here. I know it sounds crazy, but it's all I want to do.
That doesn't sound crazy. It sounds great.
The sea urchin provides us with another model system. We study its normal tissue development in order to gain some insight into the problems of abnormal tissue development. We're learning a lot about cancer from this fella. Unfortunately, we haven't learned fast enough.
I give up. What am I supposed to learn from him?
Absolutely nothing. How about dinner?
You got it.
All right.
My earliest memories of my father were of this very serious-looking man who would leave early in the morning and come home at night with a briefcase glued to his arm. Always. He was obsessed with justice.
No wonder he and my father couldn't work together.
Father's a fine lawyer. Really, it's fascinating to see how good he is at representing his clients.
You mean how good he is at bending the rules?
Bending them isn't breaking them. A person's got to be flexible, don't you think? I mean, how else are you going to change the system?
It's a compromise your father would never have made. Idealism was his greatest strength.
Now I'm beginning to think it was his greatest weakness, too. There was no way he could perfect the system.
There's no sin in that. He was only human.
He wasn't human, that's the thing. He was a saint. Saint Garrett, Esquire. It's true. And the world just wasn't made for saints.
You know, at first I thought you were an idealist. I'm beginning to think you're an opportunist. Which is it, Kevin?
You know, I'm beginning to wonder myself.
Oh, I hate video games. They eat your soul.
Yes, and they eat your money, too.
Wait a minute. On the other hand, I love photo booths. Come on.
I don't want to.
Come on.
All right.
Okay, that's not too bad. Hey, put it on.
You got me into it.
You won't put it She's a very pretty girl. Who? The girl in these pictures, that's who. I hope the other guy appreciates you.
What other guy?
Oh, I don't know who he is, but I think you're great, and I'm glad we're together.
Me too.
A nice day. Something I said? Did?
No. It was wonderful.
I felt you go away there. Where'd you go? Night court? Neptune?
It's just happening so fast. It's scary.
There's nothing to be scared of.
Morning, hon.
Good morning.
Planning a wild party, are we? Or are we opening a bric-a-brac shop?
What is it, Charles? I'm busy.
I'll bet you are. Well, this came for you. And maybe you'll have time for this.
Yes,
Kevin, Mr. Murchison wants to see you.
I'll be right there.
Come in. Kevin, come on in. Close the door. What's wrong?
Nothing.
I missed you. Well, I brought you something. I called you several times.
I was out with some friends.
Uh-huh. Yes?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Murchison. It's Henry Ackerman. I know you wanted to take the call.
Yes, okay. Open it up. Hello, Henry. Yeah. No, I think we should reclose very quickly. No, don't worry about him. He won't be a problem. All right, Henry. Oh, yes, you could call it that. Goodbye, Henry. Come on, open it. Let's see what it looks like on, shall we? You know, what are you doing? Come on. What's the matter with you, Kevin? Huh? What is it?
I don't feel very good. I feel really weak, like I'm gonna pass out.
Kevin, you're having an anxiety attack. Huh? You're hyperventilating. Now, just hold your hands over your mouth. Now, breathe. Come on, now, relax. Come on, now. Just relax. Are you okay? Why don't you just sit down over here and relax, huh?
I gotta get out of here.
Huh?
I gotta go.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi.
I'm sorry to sneak up on you.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, see you later.
All right, yeah. Peggy, it's Kevin. I need to talk to Mr. Murchison.
He's not back from lunch yet, dear.
Could you have him call me when he gets in?
Will do.
Thanks.
I can't read this. How can I sue if I don't know who it is?
But, Mr. Bardell, I printed it so you could read it.
Is that printing? Looks like turkey scratches to me.
Here we are.
Frank,
Kevin.
I gotta talk to you.
I'd like you to meet Philip Croydon of Croydon Systems Incorporated. Kevan Harris.
How do you do?
Yes, I think I can safely say as of lunch today, Croydon Systems is our newest client. Oh, we don't want to... Don't miss your elevator now.
No. I'm glad you could make it. I really needed to talk to you.
Oh, I'm just so glad I didn't run into him at the office.
Senior partners keep a low profile.
But you must see him occasionally.
Occasionally.
Does he ever talk to you? You know, about me or anything?
Just asks how you're doing.
You know, there was a time I was fond of Frank. He was nice company. He made your father laugh, which is nice. Then he started stealing clients.
Like who?
Stavros, for one.
Stavros?
You know, in my book, Frank, Stavros, they deserve each other. They're two of a kind.
Well, you know, I'm holding up pretty good.
Yeah, you look great.
But what's the difference? I'm never going to find anybody as wonderful as your father.
Oh, Mom, I hate it when you do that. You should have a social life. You don't want to stagnate, you know?
Oh, well, now who's being judgmental?
I just want you to feel good.
Well, you're making me feel terrific. Listen, if I'm so boring, I can go back down to Newport and you can go back to work or whatever it is you do.
I guess my being a lawyer doesn't mean anything to you.
Kevan, that's not true. Your father would be so proud of you.
But you would much rather I were a housewife, like Megan.
No, I want you to have your own life. And I wish that you could meet somebody that would make you happy, like your father made me happy. I loved him so much.
But you didn't love yourself?
Kevan, my generation doesn't go around loving ourselves like you do. It's just too selfish.
If you don't love yourself, then how could you love somebody else?
Are you implying that I didn't love your father?
Worship is more like it.
Kevan, why are you doing this?
Because you live in some kind of romantic fantasy.
He was my husband. I have every right to.
Can I help you, ladies?
You've turned him into some kind of a legend. There must have been something wrong with him. He must have had some faults.
He was my husband. A perfect husband.
If he was so perfect, then why did he have to die? All I did was meet my mother.
Come on back to my office and tell me about it.
I started cross-examining her in the mall of all places.
About what?
It's always the same. It's him. It's my father.
What's the problem?
Well, Megan always got hugs and kisses and dolls, and then I always got lectures and advice on how I should live my life. I want you to be fair. I want you to be honest, Kevan. I want you to work hard. I want you to get all A's, Kevan.
I know the feeling. It's funny, two fathers, complete opposites, wanting to control their kids' lives.
But you rebelled.
Yeah, I did. He criticized me. He goaded me. But he never said, Greg, you're funny. You're good. You're smart. What?
You never told me I was pretty. I look terrible when I look terrible when I cry.
You look fine. You just have to work through this.
How did you do it?
Well, I got a lot of help. Some therapy and some very good friends. Now, why don't you, tell me everything you'd like to say to your father?
What?
Now, what have you got to lose?
Do I call you Daddy?
I'm gonna have a beer. Do you want one?
Okay. Okay. You're my father.
What do you want to say to me, Kevan?
I don't want to do this anymore, Daddy.
Do what?
But if I stop, then you'll be gone forever.
Stop what?
Stop, I don't know, stop achieving.
If you stop, I'll be dead.
Yes, the legend will be dead.
What legend?
The one I can't stand living up to.
I'm not a legend. I'm dead.
No, you're not. I keep you alive.
How?
By being you, if I stop being you, then you'll be dead. Oh, God. Oh, what does that make me?
It makes you alive. It's okay, Kevin. You don't have to be your father anymore.
I just want to be myself. Why is that so hard?
Hi, this is Kevin. I'm not in right now, but if you leave a message at the tone, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Nothing wrong with Megan's place, and Ted and Melissa are great. But eventually, I have to move out.
No, actually, it's time I did. I mean, I love Megan, but we have a tendency to get on each other's nerves, you know? You could use a bigger bed.
Well, I might just get one. If you live with me.
What?
You heard me. Live with me.
You're sweet.
I mean it.
I can't. It's too soon. I need more time. Oh, my God. I'm supposed to be in San Francisco.
I'll take you to the airport.
I don't have any clothes.
Well, I'll follow you home and take you from there.
Okay.
Mm. Honey, why don't you lay off the chips?
I can't help it. I eat when I'm worried. And I'm worried.
What are you worried about? There's nothing to worry about.
No?
No.
Then where is she? She could have been in a car accident. She lives in this house. No, she doesn't need my permission, but if she's going to be out all night, I'd like to know at least where she is. No chip, young lady, not at 8 o'clock in the morning.
She is.
No, she isn't, honey. She's just a little upset with Aunt Kevin. Would you calm down? She's 26 years old. She can take care of herself.
She is mad, Daddy.
No. Aunt Kevin could use an insurance policy about now.
Where in the hell have you been?
Can you talk a little louder, Megan? I don't think they heard you in Cleveland.
Did you show a little consideration? Not even a call from you. We had no idea where you were. I was ready to call the police. Kevin, speak to me. I'm your sister.
I know who you are, Megan. I'm on my way to the airport. I'm going to San Francisco on business. I don't have time now.
But you're never able to talk. You never tell me anything. I don't know. I think you live here, but whether you're coming or going, it's like a hotel.
It's business. I have a client up there. For God's sakes, Megan, I can't help it.
Oh, God. I thought it would be different when you moved in here.
How?
I don't know. I thought I'd have a sister again. You know, some of the time, Like I thought we'd talk or maybe even laugh or even cry together, you know, like the old days. Share some part of our life. God, the most exciting thing that's happened since high school was Ted joining the Millionaire Club.
Oh, come on. You're very happy.
Yes. You know, Mom pushed me every bit as hard as Dad pushed you into being an attorney. Oh, she didn't care about my grades. All she cared about was, you know, who I brought home. Kevin, we have so much to learn about each other. Can't you give me some vicarious pleasure about your world?
I spent the night with Greg Murchison.
Really?
He's outside. He's waiting for me. He's going to take me to the airport. I think I'm in love with him.
Oh, Kevin, that's wonderful. What is it? What's wrong?
Frank.
Oh, my God, but Frank hates Greg. What if he finds out? Oh, no, I forgot to tell you. Frank's been calling here all morning. Of course, the will. Isn't that a conflict of interest?
It's a lot more than that. See you tonight.
More coffee, Miss Harris? No, thanks.
Here, let me take it.
Is the seat taken, miss? How you doing, kid?
I'm fine. What are you doing here?
Oh, I just got a late call for an appointment in Palo Alto. I thought I'd surprise you. We're having dinner tonight at Ernie's, and we'll take the late plane back unless we decide to stay open.
Well, no, I don't think I can. I've got business in town tonight.
Hey, come on, come on. This is business too, dog.
Frank, I don't think this is going to work. I really need a secure relationship right now. I need someone special.
You have someone special, you really. What are you talking about?
I'm in love, Frank.
Anyone I know?
I can't sleep with you anymore.
Well, of course not. Not if you're in love.
I mean it, Frank.
Can I get you
Well, we'll see how long it lasts.
Well, no matter what, the sex with us, it's over.
We'll see.
You really have it figured out, don't you?
No, not everything. Gregory, I don't have that part of it figured out.
You don't even try. I mean, he's your son. You both live in the same city. You never even talk to each other. I mean, don't you want to have a relationship with him?
Not as much as you do, apparently. I saw the photographs in the photo booth. So the cat's out of the bag. And you two are in love, huh?
He's asked me to move in with him.
Ooh, a choice between excitement and security.
Don't you think you can have both in a relationship?
No. They're mutually exclusive. Excitement is based on not knowing what the outcome is going to be.
And security?
And security is an illusion. It can only lead to pain. What do you think he's going to say when he finds out that you and his father have been having a bit more of a relationship than just taking depositions?
You wouldn't.
Why not? I don't want him to have you. He doesn't know what to do with you.
Nobody has me.
A special talents going to be wasted with him.
Don't do it, Frank.
All right. All right. I won't say anything to him. If you never, ever see him again.
Hello, Mr. Murchison. Can I get you something? Hope you did.
Frankie's not coming? Something wrong?
Well, Frank's fine. I thought we might talk, just the two of us.
Of course. Sit. Something to drink?
Oh, I'd love some of your coffee.
I'll make you a good cup of coffee. You know, Kevin, you have your father's eyes.
Tell me about him.
Get it. He was the best. A nice man. Honest. Hard worker.
But I want to know more than that.
More?
Yes. For one, was he a good lawyer?
Yes, of course. He was a great lawyer. He had a passion for justice. He should have been in the Supreme Court. What's wrong?
I'm sorry to have to ask you this.
Don't ever apologize for nothing. Didn't Frankie ever tell you that?
If he was such a good lawyer, why did you leave him?
I loved your father. It was nothing personal. I swear to you. But I start to get big, real big. I'm buying more ships, equipment, hiring more men. My company is growing in leaps. I need someone to grow with me, take me to the top. Your daddy didn't want to get his hands dirty. He wouldn't, how do you say, compromise? Well, I need somebody with guts.
Like Frank.
Well, Frankie has all the moves. He always did. He does what's got to be done and nothing stops him. Do you know what I mean?
What did my father do when you switched? He didn't say anything?
Maybe to Frankie. Maybe that's why he left the firm. He wouldn't talk to me. He was a martyr. Soon after that, he got sick. And then he died. You know, you're going to be a very good lawyer. Maybe better than your daddy. Maybe better already.
Stavros, tell me about Henry Ackerman.
Henry Ackerman is one of the biggest shippers in the world. Compared to him, I'm nothing. I'm a peanut. Pearson is a peanut too. Ackerman also is the biggest thief in this business. No conscience. Tried to buy me out a couple of times. Do you know what would happen if I sell to him?
What?
He cut my throat. He hang me out to dry. Paid for the fishes.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh. Am I late?
Oh, I just got here. You look beautiful.
Thanks. Greg, we have to talk.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Your table is ready. Would you like to come with me?
Couldn't wait to see you. Oh, before I forget, a friend of mine is playing in a band at a club close by here. You want to go after dinner?
Well, I don't know, Greg. There's something I gotta tell you. Thank you.
What's wrong?
Everything.
What? What's the problem?
Look, I don't know what you're gonna feel like after I discuss this with you, but we've got to clear it up before we go on. It has to do with us, and it has to do with my work and work on the will, and dealing with your father.
My. What a pleasant surprise. Mind if I join you? Such a handsome couple.
What are you doing here?
Why, this is one of my favorite watering holes. Waiter? How's it going?
Would you like to see a menu, sir?
Ah, no, thank you. I just want a drink. Scotch and water, please, and put on my tab whatever the kids want. What do you have?
I don't want anything from you.
Oh, come on, Greg.
What kind of a game is this?
No, Greg, I swear to you, I didn't know he was going to be here.
Oh, that's absolutely right. She didn't.
You're in this together. I don't believe it. You're trying to set me up on the will.
No!
Did the two of you actually think you could talk me out of it?
Shh, come on.
No, Greg, you're wrong, I swear.
I know him. And I just got to know you.
Greg!
Kevin,
How dare you follow me?
I thought we had a deal. So no more conflicts of interest. Okay?
Do what must be done, is that it?
That's right. Well. Oh. I've got a date. You'll have to excuse me. I'll see you in the morning. Oh, by the way, I'm putting you on the Croydon account. I'll explain the details when I see you. Good evening.
Good morning, Miss Harris. I have a couple of messages for you.
Morning, I love that outfit. Did you get up on the wrong side of the bed or what?
Morning, Kevin.
Michelle, I'm going to need some small boxes. Can you find me a bunch of them, please?
What's the matter, Kevin?
I'm packing.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm not cut out for this. I should never come to work here in the first place.
That's not true. You've become a hell of a good lawyer since you've joined the firm.
Firm. It's not the firm, Frank. It's you. I can't work with you anymore.
You don't have to work with me exclusively. There are other lawyers here. I just want you to give up those petty personal grievances.
It is personal, Frank. It's very personal. I happen to be in love with your son.
So what? I don't care who you sleep with. I just don't want you to jeopardize your career, that's all. Let's just forget about all of this petty bickering, and get back to business as usual.
Business. Well, put a new sign out on my door, Frank. Out of business.
God, you're beginning to sound like a victimized woman. You're too bright for that, Kevin. Come on.
Oh, you know what buttons to push, don't you? I'm leaving, Frank. Fidel was right. Justice is a myth.
I want you to stay.
It's not what I want.
I want to see Mr. Murchison.
Oh, he's in Miss Harris's office. Who shall I say is calling, please, sir?
Nothing ever turns out the way we expect them to. That's what makes life so interesting. Don't you understand that?
The world according to Frank Murchison.
Yes, it's not a perfect world, and nobody said it was easy. But you can't just drop out every time something doesn't go your way. That's what your father did.
Oh.
Oh, Kevin, we were good together. We are good together. What the hell do you mean, burst in here like that?
But Greg, let me explain.
I don't need any explanation from
It's
you.
not the way it looks.
It's exactly the way it looks, Greg. Exactly. Now get the hell out of here.
You bastard!
Well, the kid's finally got some guts.
You don't know a thing about me. You were never a father.
You were never a son. I wrote you off a long time ago.
I know. Just part of the carnage you leave behind, like Mom.
Just leave your mother out of this.
We had a deal that she was very, very pleased with.
You never saw her for who she really was, only what you could make her into. And when she didn't fit into your plans any longer, you ruined her.
That's your point of view.
Well, changing her will was probably the greatest thing she ever did for herself. And I trusted you. I'm gonna fight you on that will. Both of you.
Good luck. We'll see you in court.
You better be careful. One of these days, he's gonna be finished with you, too.
We're finished now.
What happened? You cutting her loose because she couldn't deliver on the will?
On the contrary, I'm proud of her. She's become an excellent lawyer.
Greg, I made a mistake.
Before or after you slept with him?
The hell with you. And damn you too.
Come on, Kevin. Kevin!
Let her go.
She'll be back.
He couldn't hold a candle to your father. He wasn't in his class.
You can't just drop out of it every time something doesn't go your way. That's what your father did.
I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I messed everything up. I can't go on. I can't.
Well, what a pleasant surprise.
How are you, Frank?
I get anybody all the time. You want a drink? Ouzo? How about some ouzo?
Oh, no, thank you.
Well, you certainly are looking well. Over your little episode?
Yes, I am.
Good. And I assume you'd stop by to tell me you're not quitting it.
Oh, rule number 1, never assume anything.
Yes, I remember that one.
I am going to be a good lawyer, Frank.
What a best.
But I am quitting Murchison Reed, going into private practice. I want to make a deal with you. Do you want to make a deal?
Sure, I'm a player. What you offer?
I want you to back away from the will. Let the money be distributed the way Barbara wanted it.
I don't give a damn what you want. That's not what I want. I've already put Louise on the case. She doesn't have a conflict of interest.
Well, that's too bad, Frank.
Why?
Because unless we clear this little thing up, I'm going down to 4th and Spring. Got a meeting with the California State Ethics Committee. I'm going to tell them about your little conflict of interest.
What are you talking about?
Stavros. Remember him? He was supposed to have been your best friend, but you were setting him up, luring him into a merger so that Henry Ackerman, another client of yours, could come right in and wipe him out. I'm talking about that conflict of interest, pal.
Sounds a bit like blackmail to me.
No, just giving the best representation for my client.
Your client?
Stavros. He's asked me to work for him. So do we have a deal?
Touché, counselor. Touché.
Thank you.
Oh, you have become a very good lawyer. But you
learn an awful lot in a very short period of time.
Well, I had a good teacher.
But there's a hell of a lot you don't know. And you'll learn it twice as fast if you stay with Murchison and Reed. Yes. A couple of years down the line, we'll make you a junior partner, a member of the firm.
Thanks, Frank.
What's this?
I don't need it anymore.
Hey, Kev, come on. How are you going to get home?
I'll cab it. I've done it before. Hi.
Hello.
Have you got a minute? I'd like to talk to you. Greg, it's me talking. It's the same person you asked to move in with you. There was no conspiracy on your mother's will. Never. In fact, I came here to tell you that your father's dropping the case. He won't be bothering you anymore.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Whatever you had to do. He doesn't let go easily. You must have made some concessions. An offer you couldn't refuse?
No. I'm sorry. I didn't set out to hurt you. But you gotta understand, I had another life before you. It happened to involve your father. If it was any other man, it would have been different. We all make mistakes.
You still with him?
No. In fact, I'm no longer with Murchison Reed.
That good or bad?
It's good. It's very good. I'm moving. I'm starting up a new practice in San Pedro. I have a client down there. My first client. Well, I ought to be going.
Good luck.
Thanks. Take care of yourself.
You too. Bye. Kevin. I'm going to be working in San Pedro next month. Maybe we could have lunch or something. Talk about old times.
Call me.